Good morning! We are on a canoe! Say hi!
Hello!
So, day 2 here in Scotland, and we have driven the 2 minutes down from Glenmore Lodge, where we've been staying the past 2 nights, and we're here on Loch Morlich. We decided to hire a canoe for the morning. Well, we've got it for an hour, but it's so peaceful. We're just surrounded by the pine forest, the mountains. We can see the ski centre where we were yesterday. If you've not seen the video from what we got up to yesterday, we did a really big mountain day hiking, so go check that out if you've not seen it. Today, because it was such a big day, we're just having a bit more of a relaxed day, starting the day out on the loch. I might go for a dip later. Don't hold me to it if I don't. We're going to head to the west coast later today as well, so I will take you along with us then. Potentially gonna brave going in. I kind of had bottled it and then I gave myself a pep talk and here we are. Made it to the west coast. We're in Ullapool and we've just put up our tent. We're staying at the Broomfield Holiday Park, which is just right on the cusp of the water, so to speak, and it's like a 5-minute walk into town. We stopped off at Rogue's waterfall on the way, which was beautiful, and the whole drive here was beautiful. But we're really excited to be here on the west coast. I think it is going to rain overnight and then it's rain the next couple of days, which is kind of annoying, but it is Scotland, and the midges are out in full force. So put some jungle formula on, hoping that works because I know Smidge is the best one, and I forgot to pack it because I do have it somewhere, tucked away somewhere at home. And we're just going to walk into the town now, see if we might get some food, but we have got food with us. So just watched the sun go down, had some chips and a beer. It's such a peaceful, calm evening, so nice, even though the sun had gone in by the time we sat down. We're going to head into bed now, I think, just relax and see what the morning brings. Good morning, hello, it is Tuesday today. I'm losing track of time. Midges are everywhere. I have been wearing my little midgie hat, look like a widow at a funeral, but took it off for the video. But I actually slept really well last night. You know, pay all this money for a hotel room and just need a tent and a hard floor. It's going to get packed up. Don't really have a specific plan or route, kind of just going to make it up. It is going to rain a bit today. It did rain this morning in the tent, so that's going to sort of dictate what we get up to as well. And I should have a drive around, see some nice scenery, and hopefully get away from these midges. We're heading to Gairloch. It's about just over an hour's drive away, and it's quite a coastal route, which is quite nice. And we are keeping a keen eye out for any wildlife. So we're dying to see a seagull, an osprey, deer. I mean, an otter would be. Otters, ospreys and seagulls are like the top ones. Fingers crossed. I mean, I'd be very surprised if we see an otter. We're heading to Gairloch. We're going to be stopping off, keeping an eye out. The sun has come out, which is nice. Don't know how long it'll be here for, but definitely enjoying it whilst we can. Hopefully we find some wildlife. 5.5 hours later and we have arrived in Gaerloch. Just everywhere you drive, you just want to stop off because it's so beautiful. Like, the scenery is unbelievable, honestly. Just for example, just then we pulled up because the mountains and sort of the valley was beautiful. Then we got back in the car and then literally drove about 50 meters and got out again because there was another stunning viewpoint. Like, it's constant. You can't get anywhere quick. We're gonna have a little walk round. There's a little shop here called Buddha by the Sea, so we're gonna have a pop in there. After wandering around the village of Gaerloch, we decided to drive half an hour south to wild camp on a quiet, secluded beach with views overlooking the Isle of Skye. This wild camp was pretty amazing, so I decided to have it as its own featured video, which you can watch by clicking on the link in the corner of this video or in the description box below. And we're heading south towards Applecross is the aim for today, and the sun's out, which is nice. We did wake up to rain this morning and sheep on a beach, and they kept us up in the night as well, but that's fine. We slept well otherwise, didn't we? I went for a morning dip this morning, which was lovely but Baltic, but very refreshing. And yeah, just excited to see what today brings. It's already 10 to 2 and I feel like it should only be like 10 o'clock. Like, just look at the mountains there. It's just incredible, absolutely incredible. We've not seen any of the birds or otters or deer still yet, but we have seen Highland cattle, which are my favourites. We've seen a couple of seals as well, and some buzzards. But yeah, keeping a keen eye out for sea eagles and a deer, but I'm surprised we've not seen a deer actually. I'm quite surprised at that. But yeah, it's just, mountain after mountain after mountain, and it's so nice. So we've now driven down to Applecross, and we were going to wild camp, but it's like super windy outside and there wasn't really anywhere that was like particularly sheltered. So we decided to come to the campsite, and we've treated ourselves to a little hobbit hole, as I like to call it. It's still basic inside. There is a heater and there is a light, but it just means that we're a bit more sheltered, it's a bit warmer, and we've got access to toilets and showers, which is nice. We stopped off in Shieldag for a drink. Apparently there's some sea eagles that have nested on the island just off the shore, so we're hoping to see them, but no luck. But we did see some red deer as we were leaving that area, so that was nice. So we're just going to have some food now and just relax for the evening. Good morning from our little hobbit hut, little glamping pod, little space in the woods. Yes, the next morning, and it's really beautiful actually. There's quite a lot of rain and wind last night, but the sun has managed to come out this morning a little bit. We're just getting packed up, we've showered, and we're having some noodles, some curry noodles for breakfast. We were saying it takes us back to being in Nepal having curry for breakfast. That is camping life. So the plan today is to head further south. We've got quite a bit of driving to do, and going to try and not stop off so much because that just really takes up a lot of time. But we're heading towards sort of Oban area today is the goal. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. So we've actually just driven down Bialak Naba, which is like a really windy road going down into the valley overlooking some water, and you've just got stark mountains either side. I'd seen it on online the other day when I was googling like West Coast sites to see, but I didn't actually realise it was there coming back from Applecross. That was a nice little surprise. And where we were right at the viewpoint, the clouds were just really low and you could just see the water like glistening off, and there was bikers going down there who were absolutely loving it. We had like pulled over, let them pass because they were just so eager to just like shoot down the road. The road is closed over winter. There's like, they actually have barriers to close it because I think it's so treacherous and it's very single file. Yeah, so that was a nice little surprise, wasn't it? Really wanted to see that train go across that viaduct for so long. I actually felt a bit emotional watching it, which is a bit cringe, but I guess, you know, you just grow up with Harry Potter and it brings back all these feels, and oh, it was so good. So good. So we've arrived in Oban. We're just staying at the Oban Caravan and Camping Park. We were gonna look for a wild camping spot, but everything seems quite farmlandy and not best positions or not anywhere to put the car. So we just thought we'll just come to the campsite. We've got a really nice view overlooking the water and it's really calm and really peaceful. The drive here from Glenfinnan was really nice. We could see Ben Nevis in Fort William, which was beautiful. The plan is to have just a relaxed night tonight and then explore Oban in the morning before then heading home. It's our last morning here in Scotland, and what a gloomy, miserable morning it is. The tent is down, everything's in the car, definitely need to dry it out when we get home. But we're just going to head into Oban now, just have a little wander around, try and stay as dry as possible. Yeah, get some food. We were hoping to book onto a boat tour, try and see some wildlife, but we kind of left it a bit late and the only slots available are this afternoon, which we're wanting to be heading off this afternoon. So yeah, I had to save that for another time, which is a bit of a shame, but we should have pre-planned, but we've been kind of taking every day, day by day, so it's just one of those things. It's a shame it's a miserable morning, but it is Scotland, so you kind of expect it at the same time. Left the Highlands of Scotland, very sad to leave, and we're just driving through Glasgow currently. We've got over 3 hours before we get home, traffic dependent, and we've already been driving like 2.5 hours. We just stopped off to grab some food and to get some petrol. It's been such an amazing week. Like, Scotland has completely blown me away. I might be leaving with arms and legs covered in little bumps of midgy bites. The weather wasn't always amazing, it was miserable sometimes and rainy sometimes, but we got a lot of sun as well, a lot of blue skies, and it wouldn't be Scotland without a bit of rain. So I'm completely in love with Scotland, can't wait to come back and explore. You have to add it to your travel list, especially if you love the outdoors and adventuring and hiking and all that kind of stuff. It really has got something for everyone. So we ended up doing a bit of the NC500, which wasn't really planned, it was just doing our own road trip, but turns out that we ended up doing part of the NC500. I can see why it's really popular. We only did a tiny little bit, but it was absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely geared up for camping, caravanning, camper vanning, you know, all that kind of stuff. So definitely add it to your list because I highly recommend Scotland. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.